Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. It's the post-game show. Montreal beat Ottawa 6-4. Um, and what was actually a really good game all the way through. Um, for the final preseason game, at least they gave us one really good game in the preseason, and hopefully that's an omen for the upcoming season now, especially for the opening game against Toronto. That would be really nice if they can sort of pull that kind of thing off against Toronto. That would be good. All right, so yeah, we can talk about the game. It was a fun game to watch. Ottawa was pretty good here too, but in the end, Montreal's better lineup won out, although it was a close call. So we can talk about that, and we can talk about the upcoming opening game for the season against Toronto in Toronto, because I guess the Habs will come home from Ottawa. They'll come home, spend a few days, and then they'll head to Toronto. So we can talk about that or anything else you want to talk about from the off season. We can do that. If there's anyone here, if you're here, say hi and ask a question, make a comment of any kind, and we'll go from there. And I'm here for basically an hour, and then I'm going to take off because it's been a really long day. Hey, Aiken, Habs Guru, hey Guru, and Wonderful. How you doing, all of you? Welcome back in. Did you write? What'd you write there? Hail and well met. Is that what you wrote there? Hail and well met. All right. Yeah. So, what did you guys think of the game? Let's start with that. I mean, you know what I thought of it because that's all I did tonight was talk. So it's not like people don't know what I thought of it, but it was a really good game, pace wise, especially. This was a fast paced game all the way through with very few lull periods. I mean, very few. And I near the end of that third period, or the last, I'd say the middle of that third period, Habs looked like they were running out of gas. And then they got that break. They got that tying goal, and they woke up. And yeah. So, but other than that, it was probably the only part of the game where they really looked like they ran out of gas and they might not be able to come back. So, I'm just glad they did, and they did it in dramatic fashion. I didn't. That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to go get the stats from the game. No big deal. I'll call them up here and then I'll just I'll read them out. That's all. So give me a second to get those things. It's here somewhere. There's the Habs game. Yeah, I don't know. My computer's like lagging for some reason. We'll have to restart. Oh, right. Let's see now. Box score. All right. Face-off circle. Montreal 54.3%, 45.7 for the Sens. 38-25 shots on goal difference for Montreal. They were 0 for 3 on the power play. We were 0 for 5. 19 hits for them, 17 for us, 17 block shots for them, 9 for us. So, overall pretty good. Slav from Matheson opened it up really early, 33 seconds in. Parker Kelly from Pfizer and Mattenpalo opened it up for Ottawa. Pizzetta with a rocket from Evans and Harris was the second Habs goal in the first period. Second period, Suzuki at like 8:26 from Barron. 45 seconds later, Kubalik from Brandstrom and Hamonic. Third period, Yarventi from Bailey and Larson. And 16 seconds later, Grieg unassisted. And then Monahan from Norlinder and Harris to tie it up. Caulfield from Harvey Pinard and Suzuki to go ahead. And an Arborjack guy right through the net. Like literally blasted one through the net. Came out the other side. weren't sure that it was a goal or what. And yeah, they checked it and it was a goal from Monahan. And that rounds out all the scoring. And there you go, 6-4 win for Montreal. So a nice little win there. Verily that Arbor Jackeye fellow is found gold. I believe he will remain in our top 4 for a long time. I wouldn't put him top 4, but in our top 6. For all the Habs fans out there, Dad really liked that rumor, a Jackeye for Lafreniere, where, yeah, do it. Yeah, no. That's one of the reasons why. Not only is he tough with the big hits, the fights, and all that, the guy can play the game too. You're a little concerned with Monty. He keeps letting in bad goals. Of the 4, definitely 2 of them were not his fault. The first one he let in, it was caught in Monahan's feet right in front of the net, and the Senator guy kind of poked it in. I don't think Monty saw that. And then I think the 4th goal was kind of similar. I don't think he had a chance on that goal. So I'm going to say, yeah, I don't agree with that. Got quiet all of a sudden. Anything else anybody want to talk about? I'll talk about myself. I put out a video today. It is, let's see if I remember what I put out there. Yeah, I know it's 10 Montreal Canadiens hot takes for the upcoming season. Hopefully you guys will check that out. It needs some views. It desperately needs some views. And then tomorrow there will be my annual early final standings for the 23-24 season. I usually do this. A lot of people do before the season starts to make an early prediction and then see how you did when the season is over. So that it's all recorded, voice recorded, all the overlays are done. I just have to edit it. So that'll be coming up tomorrow. Fun times. Not so much for you, Sens fan, but I mean, fun times for us. It was a good ending. And you know what, though? Considering the lineup for your team, they had a good showing. So nothing to be really upset about. They should have been overmatched. In the end, they were, but they played a good game. So got to give them that respect. And none of the silliness and stupidity happened tonight. Who gets sent down? Heineman's going to go back to Laval. I think the hard one is on defense. So Barron, I think, goes to Laval, but does Norlinder as well? That's the thing. And if Norlinder doesn't, then who else goes with Barron? Because I believe there is too many. I might be wrong on that. Let's go see. I'm not sure who's in camp now for the defense. But does Norlinder make it? I'm not sure. So we're gonna find out soon, though, because you know what? We won't really find out till after the season officially starts on the 10th, and then once the Habs can put LTR on the Carey Price, put Carey Price on LTIR, then they can call back probably a couple of guys that they're going to have to send down so they can, get under the cap with Carey Price on the roster and blah, blah, blah. So we'll find out on the 10th probably exactly what the situation is. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, if I would say to you, Joseph, that I wouldn't do that, in that case, that situation, I'd be insane. It's never going to happen, but that's like if that's the offer, I'm trading Jackeye for Bedard. And who wouldn't? But other than that, I'm not trading Jack Guy for anybody. Lindstrom can't be sent down. He can be, but he's got to clear waivers. I mean, everybody can be sent down. They just have to clear waivers. Unless they have waiver exemption, Lindstrom does not have that. So he would have to be sent down because, no, that's not how we got him. But he would have to clear waivers, I do believe. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I am for some reason. BL thought Jack Guy and Harris had a rough stretch there tonight in their own end. That's possible. There was a lull, I thought, in the third period. Like I said, that middle part of the third period. But listen, he atoned for it if there was that, and he's fine. But to say that he's a top 4 defenseman, no, that's wrong. I don't think Jack Guy's a top 4 defenseman. All right, there you go. There's my thoughts on that. What's up next? Come on, let's go. Let's go with the questions, man. You guys are, you're just a little too slow on the questions. You gotta get, you gotta get up to speed here. Be nice to keep this lit, but that never happens. I don't know what else to comment on. I kind of would like to you guys to lead me like like a cow with a cow ring and nose ring. I mean, and you pull them. You got to do that with me. You got to lead me through this. At this point, anyway, I'm freaking tired and I'm not processing well. I've been working literally for this between videos and all that. I've been working, I would say, since 10, pretty much. Was it 11, 10 hours, 12 hours? Yeah, pretty much like a 10.5 hour day today. So I'm tired. Joseph would not trade Jack Guy. For Bedard, though? For Connor Bedard, you wouldn't trade Jack Guy? Yeah, I don't know about that. Final score in game 1 of the season against Toronto. I'm thinking, by the way. I'm thinking it's going to not be a low-scoring game. I'm going to go with a score I like to guess a lot. When I'm not 100% sure, I don't have a strong idea for it, and I'll go with 4-3, and I think it's going to be Montreal. Whether it goes to overtime or not, it's hard to tell, but 4-3 Montreal, and all the better if it goes to overtime and Montreal wins in overtime. Right? It's the Leafs. It doesn't bother me if we go to overtime and beat them there. Why? Because it makes it even worse for their fans because, it gives them hope. Yeah, well, we'll beat them at least. We won't. Again, Montreal beats us. That's what I want to see. Anybody else want to guess for the game on Wednesday? Because the season opens up on Wednesday. Can you guys believe already the season's here? It's crazy. And before you know it, it'll be the off season again. No, nobody went any guesses. There are 11 people here. There's only been one guess. Can't tell me nobody else out there other than Eric has a thought about what the score might be. Well, I guess that's how it is. Joseph says, yeah, 4-3 in regulation. Yeah, like I said, I mean, and when we do the guess the score contest, whether it's in overtime or not, and you guess it or not, it doesn't matter, overtime or whatever. 4-3 win. Will it be in regulation or overtime? Yeah, I don't know. I can see it being that, like the game 5 in the preseason where Montreal had to come back and maybe go to overtime. Yeah, I can see that. So What do I think will be the opening lineup? Mr. Odd, welcome to the channel. If I haven't seen you here before, well, I'm thinking of doing a little video on that. I haven't got the work fully in for that, but I do have my lineup here. Basically, let me just find it. I'm not sure where it is. Not there. Not there either. And then these are all blank. So where the hell is it? I have it here. Do I? Maybe I put it over there. Didn't put it over there. This is really weird. I don't have any other papers here. And it should be... Oh, here it is. Alrighty. Got too much paper here. That's the problem. You know, it's still hard to figure out who's going to line up with Suzuki and Caulfield. I don't know that we're sort of set on that. Like, Newhook was okay tonight, but he didn't stand out at all with that second line. I don't know if that's good or bad. Still, it's only preseason. But I don't know if he'll line up with Caulfield and Suzuki, where I kind of thought he might to open the season. I'll give you what I've got here, but I question it because of things that have happened in the last couple of days, and I did this a few days ago. I'm going to say top 6. Suzuki, Caulfield. I don't think it's Harvey Pinard. Damn it. I can't decide whether it's Monahan or Newhook. I'll be very honest with you. So we'll go Monahan, Newhook. And then the second line, I definitely think Slav has earned his way onto Doc's wing. Right? Would anybody disagree with me out there? Slav's earned his way already this season. I didn't think he would be so strongly. Well, I kind of thought he'd start on the third line and have to work his way up there, and I think he's earned it in preseason. And I think on that, on that wing, you're gonna have Andy probably, right? So I think it's Slav, Doc, and Andy. Third line is either going to be Monahan or Newhook centering it because there's no other options really. And then I think that's where Harvey Pinard is on one side, Pearson on the other side. And then fourth line, Evans, Ullinen, and Galley. Yep. Now, Pezzetta had a really good game. I mean, he fired a rocket for that goal. I thought Pezzetta had a pretty good game. So he'll probably sit, though, and Armia will sit. Like, nothing in today's game made me go, yeah, Armia looks like he might be ready. No, he's not. He's ready for the press box. That's what he's ready for. On defense, I've got only one lineup here on D, so I'm going to give you what I got here. Matheson, Gooley, Harris, Kovacevic, Jack-Eye, Savard, and Lindstrom as your seventh defenseman. Starting against Toronto, as far as goaltenders, I think it's Jake Allen to start because that's on the road. It's a game on the road, and I think on Saturday when they host Chicago, I think that's where you bring out your starter, and that's going to be Monty. And until Monty loses the starting job, I think he's at the very least your 1A. There you go. Now I don't have to do the video because I kind of just did it here, unless I change this, which I might. But there you go. That's what I'm leaning towards that. I don't think Heineman won a job. I'm not sure about Norlinder. It could be Norlinder in there somewhere. I don't know where though. Like if he wins the job, who does he win it from? The only guys with waiver exemption that are in the lineup that I put was Gooley. He's not getting put down. Harris and Jack-Eye. Kovacevic has to be waived, and Lindstrom has to be waived. So I don't know if there's room for Norlinder. So I'm going to say Norlinder, Heineman go back, and Primo goes back. Because if Primo doesn't go back, then that means Ullinen has to go back. Does Ulanen pass through waivers? Probably not. So, Mr. Odd, yes, I don't see that they have a choice. And besides, if you look at Primo's numbers and you're a team looking for a goaltender and you're going to pick him up off waivers, which means he has to stay with your team for the season. You cannot trade him and you cannot waive him. And if you waive him, you can't. You have to offer him back to the team you picked him up from first. And if they don't want him, I think then maybe you can waive him. So are they picking up? Is somebody picking up Primo if you waive him? I don't think so. So I think Primo probably makes it through waivers. They're waiving him. That's what I think. You think Lindstrom would pass through that nobody is getting claimed right now? Well, you got to think about the cost. I mean, these guys, they're not high-priced players. You're right, under $1 million. I don't see why they wouldn't get picked up, right? Because you can pick them up and you waive somebody else who's not as good. But as far as Primo, I don't think that happens. Lindstrom, I think Lindstrom, you could get picked up easily. And just as easily not, I guess. You're right. I know this, though, from what I've heard and read, that the Habs do not want to lose Primo and don't want to lose him, at the very least, don't want to lose him for nothing on waivers. But are their hands tied? I kind of think they are. So I don't know what they do. I really don't know what they do, but I'm going to say that they waive him. Jason, I get that. That's why I think Primo actually will make it through. But when you got a guy like, say, Jonathan Kovacevic, if you waive Kovacevic, he's getting picked up. Why? Because he's probably better than guys you have on your team, and you're going to make that move. Is Lindstrom better than that? I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him. I don't know. But do you want to lose him for nothing? You don't. Whether you think, like, it's a chance, you know? So I think you're moving guys around that, you know, have waiver exemption. That's how I do it. I think that'd be a trade before the start of the season. I only think that's a possibility that there would be, but I don't know at this point. I'd be leaning towards no. Excuse me. Even though I kind of said in a video that there's probably another one. But who are they trading? If it's not Armia, I don't know who they'd be trading. So I'm going to say no at this point. Teams don't like to pick up guys right before the year starts, throw them onto a new team. I don't know that that's true. If somebody puts a guy out on waivers that you think will help your team, you pick him up. And that's the point. Eric, yeah, Barron and Norlander, I would think that they go down, yeah. Is it unfortunate? I don't know. I think Norlander got a really good chance to get a call up and give a shot ahead of Barron even. Wait till last minute. A bunch of other goalies will be waived and Primo will sneak through. Probably what they do, right? Listen, once, like now, over the next few days, there's going to be a lot of players waived as teams, you know, and there have been already, and there'll be a lot more. So I don't know. We'll see how it works out. If I'm looking for a goalie, I don't think Primo's the goalie I'm looking for. Like Star Wars, you know, this is not the goalie you're looking for. This is not the goalie you're looking for. I don't think anyone's picking him up. If they didn't have to keep him on the team, you know, pick him up and you don't have to, like, that might make a difference. But when you have to keep him there all year, that you got to carry that goalie. Not a lot of teams can carry 3 goalies or will carry 3 goalies. That's for sure. Mr. Odd, when you say younger defenseman, Kovacevic not old. You know that, right? No, I don't think they trade Kobe. He's played really well, steady, plays well, got size, can use the body. I don't know that I'm trading him. Norlinder hopefully gets good feedback from coach and GM to keep working hard. Well, I'm sure that. Listen, he got a good look this year. Pretty much almost made the team. Maybe he did. So, it's got to be encouraging for him. And he kind of needed it this year. He kind of really needed to do this year. So he definitely looked a lot better out there than he has up to now. Babe, I'm not sure what you said there, but I'm going to think this is what you said. Some teams have gambled when they put players on waivers, and it might hit them in the face, bite them in the ass. Is Kovacevic in the plan long term? I think you're right that he probably, like, on first glance isn't. But you know what? You never know how things work out with injuries, with guys developing, like, till they get here. You can't be 100% sure. Having Kovacevic there is a great backup plan, great depth for that. Like, so you don't want him to go until these other guys are here. Next year, who gets traded on D? It's hard to say this. I mean, I don't think that's something you can necessarily predict yet. But you got to think. Listen, if Mayu, Hudson, and Reinbacher make it next year, there's guys that have to move. Till that happens, I don't know. It's hard to predict right now. As we get closer, sure, maybe it'll be easier. But does the team look better without Galley? The team looks better without Galley if he's not playing like Galley. So if that's the case, then they do. If we can get Galley back at his prime and his peak, I wouldn't agree. But I mean, right now, I kind of do agree. But with Galley's healthy at his salary, you're playing him. Savard for sure gets traded before next season. I don't know if it's for sure before next season. I mean, he'll still have that whole year. Sometimes teams don't want to take that much term, although the salary cap will have gone up a little bit. But during that year, like by the trade deadline, I think for sure. But I do kind of agree with you, and that he'll get traded in the offseason. Because, at that point, you don't. I mean, he's a good veteran defenseman to have around, but do you need him there when you really need to make room on your defense? So, that's probably why. Reinbacher will do 1 year in Laval, I think, says Mr. Odd. I think that's a possibility. I don't know if it's a certainty. It's a possibility. Like, if they do have like a real big log jam on D and they can't move guys and then they don't have room, I could see that, you could have Reinbacher in Laval, but if he legitimately earns his spot in camp, he's going to be here. Raphael Harvey Bedard is like a Galley. He is. And the thing is, he makes under $1 million, or he makes 1.1 actually. And but Galley makes 6.5. And, if you have a $6.5 million player in the lineup and he's healthy, he's playing. Galley was slow, but the last game I saw him in, I thought he kept up. So I'll give him that. But you're right. I mean, he's slowing down. There's no doubt. Mr. Odd, they're not buying out Galley. Galley will have 3 years left after this year. You buy out a player, it doubles the amount of time that you're paying him. So now 3 years becomes 6 years. Granted, the last 3 years that are added on aren't necessarily hard, but it's not worth it. It's just not worth it at that point to have a guy for 6 years on your books and he's not playing. It's not. You can't do that. So would he be bought out? No. Maybe in his final season. He'll be on LTIR, though, probably. So, no. I'm not sure what the expense would be to buy Galley out. It would be for too many years. They're not going to do that. Is Laval's preseason game televised tomorrow? Would not know. Maybe RDS? $6 years at 2 point. Well, it wouldn't be at 2. That might be the average. It wouldn't be 2.2 million for all 6 years because the last 3 will be under. I would think under $1 million or right around $1 million. It's the first. It's mostly the first season after the buyout, isn't it? Where it's a higher number than the other 2. But it's the point is that's dead cap. It's just dead. You're just going. It's dead money. You're getting nothing back for it. It's just dead money. They're not going to do that. Jason, I know Matt's been texting me all night. Hudson had a really good game tonight. Slavkovsky will get 20 to 30 goals this year. If he plays like he is right now, it's a good possibility. I don't know about 30, but I think if he can get 20 goals, it would be a pretty good accomplishment at 19, I think. And maybe people would stop talking about him as being a bust. And I think after, if he plays games like this when the season starts, and he has games like he had tonight, while he's not like a superstar or it's like not elite hockey, he's going in the right direction. And as a matter of fact, that looked pretty good. He's starting to look like an NHLer, not only like on the ice, but just his face sitting on the bench. Eyes aren't as wide. Like I can't believe where I am. Like that's gone this year. He looks like he's more comfortable on the bench or on the ice. And that's going to go a long way, I think, for him. He's got confidence in himself a bit now. He's starting to figure it out. And, maybe people will shut up about him being a bust. He's starting to look like, yeah, this guy was picked very high, if not at first overall. This is a very high draft pick. Because he's come a long way. Kind of like the way Mayu in the first prospect game did not look very good. And then came a long way after that and just started to look better at each game. Slav's like that this year. Hey there, Pistol Pete. How's it going, man? How we doing on time? Say another, I don't know. I'm kind of tired. Another 10 or 15 minutes for tonight. Oh, nice. I'm going to give you guys a quick peek at something. Just a quick peek. So look at the screen. An advanced look at our new logo coming up soon. One, two, three, four, five. There you go. That's our new logo. There's going to be a little tweaking to that, but not much. But that's pretty sharp compared to how it started out. We tweaked it, got somebody working on it. So this is from an artist, not just me doing this. Really nice. This is the logo we're using right now, and it'll still be there. We're still going to use it as a logo here and there and on T-shirts, but that's the new one coming up. Next season, Slav, Dak, Nylander, book it. I wouldn't book that if I were you. Is that my face after I'm dead? Like a couple of years, yeah. It's what do they call that when they try to age somebody's face? Yeah, that's me. They aged my face. I don't know what that's about there. The first AHL game, I mean the first Rocket game, is that what you're talking about? And somebody was asking something about that. I can't find it, so oh well. Snake Boisvert, who's that? Was on the Sick podcast. He said Mayu was a bottom six player, and wait a second, he's a defenseman. How do you bottom six? There's only six. 8 minutes a night at best. He said he will be exposed when he plays real NHL minutes. Very controversial stuff. I still don't get how he's a bottom. That means he's a defenseman on the team. I don't get it. He's definitely an idiot if he put it that way. He'd make him like he's a top six forward. He's not a forward. Did you just write it wrong? Or did he actually say it like that? Because then you know he's an idiot. Make sure I get bigger sizes for this shirt. You mean when I've got? Yeah, they will be. It'll be from a different place, but yeah, there'll be. I believe up to 6X where I'm gonna have them made. So. It means he's a 5 or 6D. And so did anybody think he was a 4, 3, 2, or 1D? Did anybody really think that? That's what so I don't get how that makes any sense. He still is an idiot for saying that. I mean, that's what I think he's gonna be. Oh wait, we're talking about Mayu. For some reason in my head it went Jack Eye. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm here now. No, I think he's wrong. I think Mayu was the top 4D. He's probably a guy that still has an issue with Mayu for some reason. Or to be have, don't worry, they're going to stay away from Nylander. Money, I think, is going to be one of the things, and I don't think they're going to deal with Toronto anyway. Montreal and Toronto very rarely make a trade that involves big players, big name players. If they make trades, they're usually very minor. Well, that settles it. Lafreniere not coming to Montreal. Top shelf hockey guy said Lafreniere is coming to Montreal. It means he is not coming to Montreal. He's a first round pick, so maybe who's that we're talking about? Lafreniere? No, Mayu or Lafreniere now? Not sure now. Cannot believe top shelf. I mean he makes them up. You know, like I just did a hot take video. I made those up, right? I thought of stuff. Those are hot takes. I think he does that with his rumors. And then some of them he does hear about, and then every now and then he gets one right. We're all idiots, and that is very true, Andrew. It is very. Some of us are not, but for most of you out there, no, I'm just joking. I'm probably the biggest one out here. Nylander is a UFA next year. If they don't sign him, he'll be a UFA. If they sign him, he will not be. He first said career AHLer or bottom pair at best for Mayu. Yeah, no, he's an idiot, whoever said that. He's definitely better than Weidman. I mean, whoever said that's an idiot. Top shelf hockey guy said Lafreniere likes Montreal. And he knows this how? Does he talk to Lafreniere? He's buddies with him, right? Plays golf every now and then. How does he know this? Slav is feeling and doing better because of Doc's composure with the puck. The better line mates are helping him. Of course. Right? Of course. That's initially got him, and then his confidence starts to grow. And now he looks so much better out there. And seriously, sitting on the bench, just look at his face. Calmer, eyes are not open as wide because he's not a deer in the headlights. He just looks like he fits there better. And yeah, and he does, and he looks better out there. Toronto will not sign Nylander, no cap space. No, but they'll give another few million over to Matthews or something. Yeah, that's what they should do. Habs will be getting Pettersson. No, they won't. Nylander and Connor Bedard. Oh. Okay, Andrew, I get it. You're being. So Andrew says Habs will be getting Pettersson, Nylander, and Connor Bedard will demand a trade to Montreal. You'll just demand one. Top shelf hockey guy said Nylander will sign in Montreal or San Jose. Good for top shelf hockey guy. If he said that Brad should jump off a roof, would you do it? I mean, because he said so. Just the fact that he just deals in speculation and rumor, he can only be so accurate because, most of that stuff doesn't actually come true. So, you should mark down everything he says and check on his record. And then maybe you stop quoting him. Yeah, you're right, Baby, and that's the guy that they don't want to sign. Matthews will throw you some more millions. Come on. We'll throw you more millions. Don't show up in the playoffs. It's okay. Nylander, nah. We're not going to sign him. Guru, you're probably right. Lafreniere comes here and has an attitude problem and is lazy and doesn't want to work hard. He's going to get eaten alive by the media because he's French. The expectations on him are going to skyrocket. I don't think he wants to come here. Not if he's lazy and he doesn't want to work hard. Andrew heard that Top Shelf Hockey actually is going to sign with RDS, and he's going to get paid annually a case of wild turkey to do that. Yeah, that tracks, man. He may be a nice guy, but he's working with bullshit most of the time. Only sign these guys if what's Rafa mean? Not by a trade. What's a Rafa? Where's my wild turkey? Well, he's wild. He's outside. Where do you keep your wild turkey? Silly dad joke. Silly dad joke. Tricks are for kids. Okay, that's I got it. I don't know what's going on here. Did I get a text or not? No. Why did it light up then? Stupid thing. Oh, wait a second now. Only sign you guys if restricted free agent, not by a trade. How do you sign a restricted free agent away from somebody? You can't. You have to offer sheet. Hey, Andrew, thank you, buddy. Thank you for the dono. If my cursor was there, I'd highlight it. Thanks for the dono. Love these live shows. Keep up the great work. I appreciate it. Thank you. I love these donations. Keep up the great. I appreciate it. You'll get in the draw, which we will do soon, and I might change it from that mug to one of the shirts. So look for that. Eric says no. It should be UFA. Well, that makes more sense. If UFA, yeah. Thing is, I mean, Nylander, if he gets the UFA status, he's going to be asking for like 11 million. I'm not paying Nylander 11 million. Well, actually, the truth is, I wouldn't be paying Nylander anything anyway, but I don't want them to pay him 11 million. Hey, Brad, you too. Have a good night. Thanks for being here, and happy Thanksgiving, buddy. And to everybody out there, if I forget at the end, happy Thanksgiving. And where are we? I'm getting near the end. I should take this down. Once again, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that a lot. But yeah, we're getting near the end. So another few minutes, and then I'm going to take off because it is getting late. Well, it's not really getting that late, but I've been at this a long time, so I'm tired. And I'm kind of old, so I'm well past my bedtime. Alrighty. Nobody else have anything else to say? I don't know. Am I making a turkey? Am I making a turkey? I'm not. You know, one of the main reasons is, okay, this funny story. I guess it makes me look stupid, but it's still a funny story. So I went shopping, well, a few times. I don't remember when. It wasn't this week. The week before or the week before that, they had turkeys on sale. And I was thinking, like, why now? I guess people buy them early because, Christmas is coming eventually. Didn't realize it's Thanksgiving. And then I heard only a few days ago, oh, yeah, it's Thanksgiving this weekend. Oh, that's why. Probably should have bought a turkey then. Didn't do that. So, no. I won't be doing really anything for Thanksgiving. I don't even know if I'm even having, like, chicken for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I didn't plan it out very well. So, no. Hey, Born to be a Hap, thanks for being here. Good night, buddy, and have happy Thanksgiving as well. Since everybody also is going, I think I'm going to take off as well. So before you leave, please give a thumbs up on the way out. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. And the next post-game show will be Wednesday after the Leafs game, the opening game of the season. I'm going to do a post-game show there as well. So hopefully you guys will join me for that and join me for the game. So that's it. Next game is regular season game. So we're there, and it was an okay preseason. I'm happy it's over, and we'll move on and hopefully have a good season overall and see where we go. So thanks for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. If you're here for any of these 3 shows I did. Until next time, stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody, and have a good rest of the night, and I'll see you soon. Ciao. Please look for my videos. Just put one out, and I'm going to put one out tomorrow. Check them out, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. And thanks again, Andrew.